We're going to look at how we can expand double brackets. Now we've got a couple of methods that we can use when we want to expand brackets. We're going to find these two, look at these two methods, and you can decide which one you prefer yourself. So everyone will have their own personal preference. So the first example says, example 4 says expand and simplify x plus 3 upon x plus 4. So this is how we say this. It's x plus 3 upon x plus 4. Okay, the first method we're going to use is our FOIL method. So this FOIL stands for F-O-I-L, stands for first, outside, inside, and last. So we'll have a wee look at how we actually use this. Okay, write down the question or the expression, and we're going to work down the page. We're going to do our first, so that means x times your x. That's your first one, first times the first. The outside, so the x times the 4, and then we're going to do the inside, so the 3 times the x, and then the last, the 3 times the 4. So the x times the x gives you x squared, the x times the 4 gives you 4x, the 3 times the x gives you 3x, and the 3 times the 4 gives you 12. Now the only other thing you've got to do is, it said simplify, remember, so simplify this, that means collecting like terms. So these two terms in the middle, they are like terms, they're both x terms, so we can collect those, and we'll write those together as just 7x. Then you're left with your plus 12, and that's it. Okay, so let's just run through it again. You did your first, so it was x times x, that's x squared. You did your outside, x times your 4, which is 4x. You did your inside, which is going to be 3 times x, which is 3x, and 3 times the 4, your last one, which was 12. And then you just tidy up at the end. Okay, your second method is what's called the grid method. So we're doing x plus 3 upon x plus 4, and your grid method is to do this out like a grid, and you've got your x and your 3 on one bit of your grid, and then your x and your 4 on the other grid. And then what you're doing is you're working out the areas in terms of x or numbers. You're working out the areas of these individual squares. So this square is x by x, so inside this will just be x squared. This wee rectangle is going to be 3 lots of x, or 3 by x, which is just going to be 3x. Sorry, that's going to be 3x. This wee square in here is going to be 4 by x, so it's going to be 4x. And your last one is 3 long and 4 high, so it's going to be 3 by 4, which is going to be 12. So if we just tidy this up, what we have got is going to be equal to x squared plus 3x plus 4x plus 12, just as we had in the last question. Last way of doing it, I should say. So x squared plus 7x plus 12, and that's it. Okay, for this example, we're going to use our FOIL method to go through these ones. So x times x gives you x squared. X times the 1 just gives you 1x, or just x. 2 times the x is 2x. And 2 times 1 is just 2. And then just tidy up, you'll have x squared plus 3x plus 2. Next one, same idea, FOIL method. Y times y is y squared. Y times minus 2 is minus 2y. Minus 1 times y is minus y. Minus 1 times minus 2. Minus times minus, remember, is a plus. So it's going to be a plus 2. And then tidy up, y squared. Then you've got, these are your like terms, minus 2y minus another y is going to be minus 3y. And then you've got your plus 2 on the end. Okay, next one, you have a times a is a squared. A times minus 4 is minus 4a. 3 times a is 3a. And 3 times the minus 4 is minus 12. And again, tidy up. Your a squared term and your minus 12 term stay the same. You've minus 4 plus 3, minus 4a plus 3a is going to be minus a. Your next one, you've got x times x is x squared. You have x times minus 3 is minus 3x. Minus 4 times x is minus 4x. And minus 4 times minus 3 is going to be plus 12. And again, tidy up, you're going to have x squared minus 7x plus 12. Okay, a wee bit trickier this one. The only thing I need to do at the start, take an extra step and just multiply it out in full. So write it as x plus 1 upon x plus 1, and then you're good to go just as you had done before. So use your FOIL, first, outer, inner, and last. And if you do that, you'll get x squared plus x plus 1, which tidies up to be x squared plus 2x plus 1. Same idea for f. We have x minus 2 upon x minus 2. So you do your first, your outer, your inner, and your last. So x times x is x squared. X times minus 2 is minus 2x. Minus 2 times x is minus 2x. Minus 2 times minus 2 is going to be plus 4. And tidy up, x squared plus 4, they just stay, and minus 2x minus another 2x is going to be minus 4x, and that's it. Okay, the next example are just slightly more complicated, but you still have to just work with the same principles we're using our FOIL. So let's just work through it and we'll see any difficulties we'll see as we meet them. So first thing, we have 2x times 3x. Now let's just think about what we're doing here. We're doing 2x times 3x. So just do the numbers as normal. So 2 times 3 is 6. X times x is x squared. So it's really not difficult at all. You've just 2 bits to do. Do the numerical bit and then do the algebraic bit. So the numerical bit is 2 times 6. So multiply numbers as you always have done. And the algebraic bit, x times x is x squared as you always have done. So just put those together, 6x squared, and that's it. So 2x times 3x gives you 6x squared. And 2x times 3 gives you 2x times 3 gives you 6x, then 1 times 3x gives you 3x, 1 times 3 gives you 3, and then as you did in the last example, just tidy up the middle two terms, so 6x squared plus 9x plus 3. Same idea for the next one, 2y times 4y is 8y squared, 2y times 1 is 2y, minus 1 times minus 4, minus 1 times 4y is minus 4y, and minus 1 times 1 is minus 1. And again, tidy up, 8y squared minus 2y minus 1, and that's it. Okay, for part C, same idea. I'm just going to do this one out for you very quickly, and then we'll get on to the last two. I'll do C out and D out, and then I'll show you the solutions for E and F, which are a wee bit more complicated. Okay, so you can see I've just multiplied out C for us to show you. It's just going to be 15g squared plus 10g minus 9g plus, minus 6, which tidies up to be 15g squared plus g minus 6. Okay, I will actually show you D just because it's a little bit different, just that they have the numerical term first, so it just confuses people a wee bit. So 8 times 3x is 24x. 8 times the 1 is plus 8. Then minus 2 times the 3x is going to be minus 6. So that's minus 2 times minus 3. Then x times x is x squared. And minus 2 times the 1 is minus 2x. Okay, tidy up. First of all, you're going to have 12x plus 8 minus 6x squared. And then it's just not good practice to leave your quadratic term at the end. So I'm going to put my x squared term at the start, even though it is negative. Doesn't matter. I would just do it that way. Okay, last two examples for us today. We have 2x plus 1 all squared. So right out it is 2x plus 1 upon 2x plus 1. And 2x times 2x is 4x squared. 2x times 1 is 2x. 1 times 2x is 2x. And 1 times the 1 is 1. So tidy up, you're going to have 4x squared plus 4x plus 1. Okay, your last example, we're going to need a wee bit more space maybe to do this one. So we will just write this one out as x plus 1 upon x plus 1, then minus x minus 1 upon x minus 1. Now I'm going to multiply this out, and my double brackets have two pairs of double brackets. I'm going to write them out the long way. So there, that pair of double brackets here, those double brackets are going to become one big bracket. And these double brackets are going to become one big bracket down here. So my first bracket, I have my x times x is x squared, x times 1 is x, 1 times x is x, and I've got my 1. My second bracket, I have x squared minus x, and then minus 1 times minus 1 is plus 1. Okay, before we do get rid of the brackets, let's tidy up inside those brackets. So you're going to have x squared plus 2x plus 1, and over here you're going to have x squared minus 2x plus 1. Now I can get rid of these brackets. Now you might remember from an earlier video, I said a minus in front of a bracket just really means it's like a minus 1 is multiplying everything in that bracket. So let's just get rid of the brackets. First bracket can just go. There's nothing multiplying it. Second bracket, everything in the second bracket needs to be multiplied by minus 1. So minus 1 times x squared is minus x squared. Minus 1 times minus 2x is plus 2x. And minus 1 times plus 1 is minus 1. And then tidy up. The x squared term and this x squared term cancel each other out. This 2x and this 2x can be grouped together to give you 4x. And this 1 and this minus 1 cancel out, just leaving you 4x. And that is us done.